Hey, all right, hey, Shalom. All right, first and foremost, I want to give all glory, praise, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of the great millstone. All right, peace and much love, honors and blessings, salutations to the elect of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, which hold the conduct, composure, and integrity. All right, come out here, every week in and week out to prophesy the imminent destruction and downfall of, Babylon. All right, aka America, through the scriptures, and we know that it is America because both of these places, all right, when you look in the kingdom, or when you look in the scriptures, all right, Babylon was the house of confusion or the city of confusion. All right, basically, all types of behavior was condoned. All right, every way of living was idolized and promoted except the ways of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ and God. All right, and so the Lord ended up bringing a judgment, a sentence, and he sent his men out, all right, the holy men of the scriptures, all right, also known as prophets, and they were sent out to preach up against those places, all right. And Babylon was spoken about in the scriptures as being very wicked. Again, it was confusion because you had our people living in that land, believing that they could live a certain way that was actually not hedged up, all right. Our people, and what I'm getting at today, man, is ultimately about how we inherited lies. All right, when you go into the scriptures and you look at the types of devices and counsels that the heathen, and mainly the wicked, which is the so-called white man, which is going to be burned up, all right, like the scriptures say, the liars, and they have that part in the lake of the fire. Esau, the so-called white man, is the one who ran these schemes and tricks on our people to have them confused, all right? And so, I don't know if I finished my other part, but you Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, you're the true Hebrew Israelites that the Bible speaks about, right? You are the children of the Lord, all right? And it's all about Israel, okay? So, but the days that are coming, that are bitter, that are going to be very trying, we're right there around the corner, all right? And it's our job to warn the wicked from his ways, all right? Which is, I'm talking about you wicked Israelites, all right? Because the only ones that can actually hearken to this knowledge are you Israelites. No other nation on the planet can. But we're also sent out to warn the actual wicked, all right, the so-called white man, all right, you heathen, you other nations that have worked in tandem with this man to help keep us in a despiteful situation, all right, because here in America, all right, we were the lowest of the low, all right, and that was the fulfillment of one of the curses that we live under. There's a bunch of curses, man, but that was especially promoted and fulfilled living here in America. In fact, let me go to get this. This is Deuteronomy, tail. This is Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 13. And it says, and the Lord shall make thee it says, and the Lord shall make thee the head and not the tail. Oh, Salaka. Oh, no. I'm sorry, that's the wrong one. Hold on, I got it. This is the actual one. This Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 43. It says, the stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low. Now, when you look at the situation with our people, it's very evident that we're very low. All right, I was watching some videos earlier, man, about this, this Issacharite, man, he got shut up by the cops. But you can see where he was living, man, ain't nothing compared to how an Edomite lives. All right, when you look at the infrastructure, the ways of the infrastructure of America, it was under Robert Moses. I think he lived somewhere in New York. I think it started in New York, but he's responsible for the way that they design how America, how Israelites live in America. All right, they keep them confined and really surrounded, and that's why they have Jake a lot more in the inner cities. But that's when you go into the inner city, that's the lowest, that's the poorest part, And so when we look into our condition, man, these heathen, but mainly sticking on Esau, man, they had a huge part. I'm saying the heathen had a huge part, but Esau was a main contributor to keeping our people low. You know, when you look at through the wages, all right, you look at how, you know, our employment, the rate, all right. I found out like last week, only like 80% of jobs are actually pushed because the other 20% are left for white people to have, because those are the good jobs. But only 80%, which is the majority of what they have our slaves doing, they don't even push. They don't even push the actual good work for Jake. All right, they keep it hidden and you know, like you got you know, hey man, you know, my dad still go to the job, man. You know, he'll hook you up with that badass job. That's how Esau does it, man. You know, you had I think it was David Rockefeller, man. Was it Dave? I can't remember if it was David Rockefeller or Rothschild, man. There was a no, it was Jacob Rockefeller, I believe. Had a interview where he talked about how they keep it in the family, and this is everything, man. Because he said that if you spread your seed out, you know, you spread it through other lines, then you lose your inheritance, or it spreads out to them. So that's why Esau kept everything within the family, because everything he's stolen, or everything he's took from us, if he were to allow Jake into it, man, we would share a part with them. And that, hey man, that's the head right system right there, man. Something I like talking about the most. All right. But anyways, the condition we live in, man, very low, very poor. That's a curse. It says the stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high. The stranger right now is Esau. Okay? Because you had in the times past where you had these other nations ruling among us. They would come into our land, they'd take us out, they'd bring us into captivity, take us back to their lands, all right, and be up above us very high. Because every time that a nation took over Israel, they thought they would get whatever Israel had coming with them. All right. So that's what it's always been for, man. Supremacy. All right. They've always wanted, these other nations have always wanted supremacy. You know, you had Apostle Tahar, the apostles, they had the after camp last week, and someone asked them questions. And, you know, the question was, do we believe in black supremacy against white supremacy? And, you know, they say, yeah, basically we do. Because when you look at what supremacy is, in fact, I can look it up right here. All right. It's basically having the whole earth and having the kingdom. Define supremacy. Supremacy, it says the state or condition of being superior to all others in authority, power, or status. And what is the scriptures, well, even the scripture they brought out right away, that the saints shall take the kingdom, all right, and we shall live on it everlasting with Yahushua, all right. See, this is what the nations have always, this is what every nation has always ran for. And with Esau, man, he wants to hold that power forever. He don't know how to share, and he don't want to share. There was an Edomite, that it was a Jew who made that comment, that he acknowledged that Esau, the Edomites, or he called them the small hatters, because he himself was a small hatter, and he said, we know who we are. We know we're Amalek, all right? And we have no intention of sharing this world. We only want it for ourselves, all right? See, Esau, man, again, through his system, makes it impossible for a Jake to ever get near his wealth, all right? Because Esau stole it, all right? Now I'm going to read the scripture that you sent, bro. Salaka. I don't know why it won't let me. I can't access the chat for some reason. All right, there we go. Lamentations chapter 2, verse 15. It says, all that passed by clapped their hands at thee. They hissed and wagged their head at the daughter of Zion, saying, is this the city that men call perfection of beauty, the joy of the whole earth? Yeah, they laugh. Hey, man, you know, Rose were posting that that video of, what is it, King Charles III the other day, and he went in to go visit some black bitches, man, in a room, and this one black bitch, man, was just cooning for King Charles, fucking knee on her knees, crawled on her knees to him, and was just ecstatic, just going crazy. Really, it was that demon inside her, that master demon. I'm in love with my master demon, you know. But you know, everybody's seen it, and you don't think that these world leaders and these other nations, man, are looking at her like that. Look how bugged out that bitch is, man. Look how bugged out we got her. You know, that's how Esau looks at our people, man, on an everyday basis. They look at us, man, like we're an entertainment. All right. You know, they had that come out the other day too, man. You know, I can't remember his name, but he played on the, I can't even remember, man, I can't even remember any movies that he plays on. He was he played with Will Smith in Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, though, at one point in time, as the father of Lisa, I think. But anyways, you know, the reason why they fired him, man, or why they had him get out of the industry was because he refused to coon for Esau. See, Esau, you know, that movie Blood and Bone talks about it, man. The movie Blood and Bone, when, you know, that one dude, that black dude in the movie, he wants to, you know, sit at the chair or the table with his white, you know, friend or colleague. And that guy asked him, well, why do you want to sit with a bunch of old white guys? And he said the same thing, power. All right. But then that white guy responded, he goes, other than your athleticism and your acrobatic, you know, strength and speed and all that, and your entertainment, we have no use for you. You know, you're nothing but an entertainment to Esau today, man. And when Esau, and I'm not saying that these elites are doing that, you know, they probably, I mean, who knows? What do they do? Maybe they secretly go on World Star and check that shit out. Just to see how bugged out Jake is, man. Just to see where they got their enemy. Because when you look at Esau versus Jacob, man, we're rivals. We're nemesises, or they're our nemesis, whatever you want to call it. All right. That's why we are made to be very low today, man, because the enemy got up over us. Going back to Deuteronomy, all right, let me get it again. When you go back to Deuteronomy 28 and 43, it says, the stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low. Esau got up very high above you, man, because that was his intention. He wanted really to consume you. All right. All right. And there's a word, I can't remember what it's like. I think it's somewhere in Psalms. It talks about how his intention is to harass you daily. All right. He harasses you daily, you know, pesters you in your mind to make you feel like you're never going to come out of that low condition. And it's true. All right. Being here in America, all right, that's the truth. You're going to always be a tap dancing coon for Esau as long as America is established. See, the Lord didn't intend for us to be niggas and spicks and engines, man. All right, he didn't intend that for us. We were meant to be a royal priesthood, pursuant to Exodus, all right, Leviticus, Peter's. All right, we were meant to be a very royal people, a peculiar people, exclusive, one of the kind, special. All right, but Esau, man, he got within our gates. He got within our city. He burned it down. He took us down. All right. Then after the dispersion, the diaspora, you know, we were taken over here to America, and then we were looked at as extremely low, man. And then Esau beat us to make us appear as what we are. All right. You know, you're a coon. You know, a nigga, a spick. You know, even at this very moment, they look at us, man, like, you know, I'm saying this because I just had a cop go by, but. You know, they look at us like we're a piece of shit. Like we're always up to no good. Like we're always criminals. But the promotion, though, of all the things through the rap industry, all right, through the music videos you're constantly watching, the words that they're constantly blowing at us, chanting, that's what rap music is. Rap music is chants, all right? They're spells, all right? They're words being constantly thrown at you because they're fucking with your mind. That's subliminal messaging, all right? Esau knows that Jake really wants to aspire to do something great, all right? So what Esau does, he'll put a demonic twist on it, all right? To where it'll come out bad. Your fruits will come out evil, all right? And that's why eventually, like this brother put out on the chat, I don't know why it's not letting me access. There we go. Lamentations 2 and 15, it says, all that pass by clap their hands at thee. They hiss and wag their head at the daughter of Jerusalem, saying, is this the city that men call the perfection of beauty? Now, because we used to be, man. That's something about it, man. We were beauty. All right, we were the personification of total beauty, man, as a nation, as a people. All right, we were placed in the garden, were we not? We were put in paradise, and everything was in harmony with our people. But what happened, man? All right, You had the stranger get within us. All right. We mingled among these other nations and we learned their ways. And really, there were, I mean, I don't get it. I really don't. I mean, we experienced it. But then you be in the truth, you get understanding. You're like, how could we ever want to live like that again? How could we ever want to, pollute ourselves so nastily, man? Like when you look at what indulgence does to you, man, it does something weird, I don't know. It's just weird. That's the obscurity of wickedness, That's what I'll just leave it at that. But when you see how we became like that, like damn, like we really lost. We really got lost, man. It says, is this the city that men call the perfection of beauty, the joy of the whole earth? It says, all thine enemies have opened their mouth against thee. They hiss and gnash the teeth. You can't say that these heathen love us, man. You can't say that they are about, trying to make our condition better. Damn, my beard's freezing. Because when you look, they don't look to deliver us. All right. When you go in the first chapter of Lamentations, actually, in fact, I'll get it. Hold on. I ain't gonna lie, man. It's fucking cold. It's 12 degrees right now. But like the brother said, man, like you just put in season, out of season. Damn, hands hurt. But when you go into Lamentations, all right. Hold on. I can't even flip to the pages. When you go to Lamentations, chapter 1 and verse 1, it says, how doth the city sit solitary? What city? Israel, Yasha'Allah. Again, how doth the city sit solitary that was full of people? How is she become as a widow, she that was great among the nations and princess among the provinces? How has she become tributary? How you become a slave? How you become low? How you become a gazing stock, a spectacle, It says, she weepeth sore in the night, and her tears are on her cheeks. All right. It says, among all her lovers, she have none to comfort her. All her friends have dealt treacherously with her. They are become her enemies. And that links up with what the brother posted. All right. Right here, Lamentations 2:16. All thine enemies have opened their mouth against thee. They hiss and gnash the teeth. All right. They say, we have swallowed her up. It says, certainly this is the day that we looked for. We have found, we have seen it. And it's the same thing that goes on right here in the first chapter. The other nations couldn't wait to see this condition, because then they thought that they had a shot at the glory, having a shot to rule the earth. And they did. All right, these other nations, Esau, I'm keeping Esau real quick. These other nations had their time. They ruled. All right, when you go into the book of Maccabees, either the first or second chapter, it said that they took our battlements, they took our vessels, they took our gold, our silver, all right, our precious, gems and all that. They took it all, but they didn't do it right. All right, and really they did it in celebration of knowing that they hurt our people. They killed us. See, you just, just a few weeks ago, all right, so-called Thanksgiving was celebrated, all right. But when you read the backstory of how Esau commemorates that day, he would actually pray to Serapis Christos, all right, Jesus Christ, Caesar Borgia, and thank him for allowing them to kill our people. All right, that's what they prayed for. They didn't think, and today Esau wants to act like he could pray to God and be thankful for what he got. Well, you're praying to be thankful for killing a whole nation of people, a whole tribe. All right, you slaughtered the Native American Indians, the Seminole Indians, parts of Judah. All right, but then a brother put up on a comment as well. You also had all the other tribes, little parts of the other tribes that had also been on the slave ship. All right, that had also been that had been witnessing what you did to Judah. All right, to Gad, all right, to Reuben. All right. But all the things that you did, all right, was because it was that day that you looked for. Esau looked for this day for a very long time. All right. There's a scripture I know, it says how the faithful city ceased. All right. I think it's in Isaiah, the first chapter. It was full of righteousness. It was full of defense. Really, it was. The Lord actually gave us, he taught us like, hey man, like, I always go into it, man. Like he always talked about, not trusting your enemy, man. The enemy is the heathen. The enemy is Esau. And Esau is your greatest enemy. And he always said, never trust him, man. Because they were not given understanding. All right, Salakia, man, Salakia. They were not given the proper way to live, the knowledge on how to properly live. All right. That's why the Lord said, never trust him. And I'm gonna get it. Just bear with me. All right. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 12. This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 12 and 10. It says, never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. This was part of that great faithfulness that was given to Israel. Because going back to Isaiah, the question asked, how does that city sit solitary now? It was righteousness laws within it. How that faithful city Zion ceased. Well, you didn't do what the Lord told you to do, man. He said, don't trust your enemy. Don't follow their ways. Don't make a covenant with them. Don't make marriages with them, because they're going to try to take what you got. And the only reason that they're trying to play cool with you is so they can get what I promised you. All right, which was everlasting life. All right, which was immortality, which was everything that your heart could desire, man. You just had to wait a little bit. But the heathen, see, their ways are about getting what you want right now, or what you think you want right now. Jake's always wanted sex, always wanted to eat what is very pleasing to them. They don't want to go into the herbs. All right, they can't establish patience. All right, the other nations, they promote not having patience. They promote indulgence. All right, they promote dirty, nasty behavior. All right, and see, the Lord said that this is why you are different. If you listen, all right, you will get what you want in the end. You just got to do a little proving first. But what did you do? You trusted your enemy. After the scriptures say, never trust your enemy. All right, it says, never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. It says, though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hadst wiped a looking glass. Now we know that this man was always wicked from the beginning. Now we know his intentions was to look for that great day of where he could say, I've finally conquered this people. All right. When you go back to between 69 and 74 AD, all right, right around going to the siege of Masada, you had Esau particularly account that day, because he wanted the world to know just how badly he fucked up Israel. See, the heathen's intentions are never good for you people, man. They're not there to help you. They never are, man. The easiest example I could think of, man, is like when the cops show up to you, man. They are not there to be your fucking friend, man. They're there because they want to hopefully be able to trigger your ass and shoot you, kill you. All right? Why else do you think why else you think that 70 shots are always shot off, man? They want to shoot your motherfucking ass, man. They want Israel to cease from being a nation. Going back to Psalms 137, Psalms 83, all right? It said that a tumult is made up against you people, man, our people. A tumult is a commotion of war, all right? Their intention is to make you cease, man, all right? These heathen share a part with that. Even though they don't, I can't really say that much. You look at how the heathen were, yeah, they were fucked up. But they weren't as cruel as the so-called white man, all right? I seen last week on YouTube, man, a bro posted it, but there was I don't even want to call it archives. Someone found some shoes, and they had been made from Negro skin, all right? They made clothing out of our skin, man, all right? what do you call it? Accessories like purses, wallets, belts, shirts, or I said, well, your clothes, hats. These they Esau made things out of you Jakes. All right, and that goes into a sick demented. Oh man, I can't remember what it's called. It's called like a type of a sexual eroticism. I can't remember what it's called, but it's a type of sexual. You know what? For the lack of better words, it's just a type of love, or not love. Salaka, man, I'm getting twisted. I'm watching this car, but it's a type of stimulation that can only be obtained by like I don't know how to say it, man. Salakia. I can't think of the word, so Salaka. But anyway, it's an infatuation with you that becomes demonic. That's the thing with Esau. Salaka, man, for the tripping up of words. But basically, Esau, man, his pleasure was only satisfied by drinking your blood, you know, cutting you up, wearing your skin, all right? And you know, doing other things, you know, raping our men, all right? See, these are the works of an enemy, though, man. You want to call Esau your friend, but look at how he's treated you. Look at what he's done to you. You want to call him a friend, but he's over here trying to rape you, literally. You know, there was a report, you know, not a report, a little interview with these homo Edomites talking about how black men never really, they never masturbated in the same room together, man. They never had the finger up the ass and slapping each other's butts in sports and this and that, man. They said that's weird that they never did that. It must be a white thing. You're goddamn right, it's a white thing, man. You're sick, man. You know? But if Esau could do that to us, man, he would, and he did. You had up here in Milwaukee, man, I think it was like 67. This was a couple weeks ago, man, up in Milwaukee. There was a report that like 67 or something like that, so-called black men had been touched inappropriately by cops, by 4 white male cops. You know? Esau's sick, man. It's because he wants to be you. All right? Deep down, he wishes he could be you. And we know this. All right? That's why he's doing what he's doing. That's why, again, that great day that he looked for, the conquering of you, is because he wants to rightfully take back what is not his. All right? He don't understand that the blessing, we're going back to Yahushua, or not Yahushua, with Isaac, because, I mean, Yahushua is Isaac, but he don't understand that that was all set up in the spirit, man. It was always meant to happen like that. All right? Esau thinks that Jacob took his blessing from him. All right? And now he's trying to do everything he can to do, he's trying to do everything that he possibly can to get it back, but he's not going to. That's, again, this whole mess is going on about Israel. The whole reason why we're in captivity and in America right now is for the blessing. All right? Esau wants that blessing, and he thinks that he'll be able to obtain it if he's just given his, the time he needs to try to conquer us, ultimately kill us all off, go to war, have Jacob's trouble, and then he'll be good. But that's not going to happen, man. Even, Apostle Tahar, man, when it was the questions that was asked, he asked the camp, is it about, I can't remember if it was like about black or white thing or whatever. And he said, it's not about color, all right? It never was about color. But you got Israelites that look white, all right? That look like a white man, all right? That look like a Chinese man, look like an Indian. And if so, Esau, if he was to really do it by color, all right, instead of, going through, looking at the line, he would end up killing some of his own people. But hey, Esau's fine with that too. He's fine with killing his own people to get to Jake. All right. So, but anyways, all this mess just to try to get his blessing back. All right. To keep our people very low. All right. To keep us ignorant. To keep us in lies. And that's really what I was going to talk about today, man. We inherited lies. And Esau, the forger of lies, all right, is the one behind it all. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into it. This is Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 4. It says, it says, you know what? I'm gonna start up at Jeremiah 17 and 1, it says, the sin of Judah is written with a pen of iron. It says, and without, it says, and without, or it says, and with the point of a diamond, it is graven upon the tables of their heart. And this is ultimately why we came into slavery, man. This is ultimately why we're in this position right now, having the cruel man above us, all right, within us, or within our borders and all that, basically, all right, treating us the way that we are, because we're being rebuked right now by the Heavenly Father, all right. Our sins are being really, I mean, if you really want to look at it in a way, the Lord is, justifying our people in the end anyways. We're paying for our sins right now by going through all the fucked up shit that we're going through. Because in the end, we're going to be saved. The scriptures say that Israel is going to have an everlasting salvation. All right. But those sins that we committed were extreme, man. All right. It talks about being atrocious. Okay. And it says, and upon the horns of your altars, it says, whilst their children remember their altars and their groves by the green trees upon the high hills. It says, oh my people, or it says, oh my mountain in the field, I will give thy substance and all thy treasures to the spoil, and the high places for sin throughout all thy borders. It says, and thou, even thyself, shall discontinue from thine heritage that I give thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire in mine anger, which shall burn forever. So it says again that thou, even thyself, shall discontinue from thine heritage that I gave you through the process of time, all right, through the enormous amount of lies that Esau, set up. Ultimately, we lost our heritage through it, man. Now, I'm not saying Esau is responsible for making us, losing our heritage, but he's a major contributing factor, man. All the lies that were being fed today. That you got this one fucking dude that said, I'm a bona fide nigga today. I'm not a Hebrew Israelite, I'm a bona fide nigga. That's through the doings, through the forging of those lies from the so-called white man. Again, I can't remember the guy's name, but he was talking about how, he's like, they're promoting death. And he was real, zealous with it. They're promoting death. Because Esau did nothing but teach lies. All right? You look in the scriptures, it says that he was a forger of lies. And it was all set up only for our people. All right? The deceiver, the devil, all right? It said that he envied us from the very beginning. When you go into, I think it's Wisdom of Solomon, the 1st chapter. All right? It said that he envied righteousness. All right? That goes back to what I was just saying a while ago, that Esau wanted to be Jacob. He's always wanted to be us because he wants what we got coming. But anyways, what I'm saying though is, the devil, he envied righteousness. All right. So he ended up making up lies to him so that they could basically come to his level. Esau is mad that he's not made to be the righteous. All right. And so he, through the process of time, like I said, being here in America, man, ultimately we entirely lost who we were as a people. All right, you were told you were a nigga, you were Mexican, you were Indian, you were Haitian, and really these are all bywords, man. These are I don't know how to say it. Like their names, they're actually like what do they call it in Job? I am his song, I am his byword. I think it's just byword. But yeah, man, these are really like mocking names. There you go. That's what I'm trying to say. They're terms that are used to identify us in a mocking way, in a derogatory sense. When you look up, I think it's Seminole Indian. Seminole, I think Seminole means runaway. I think that's what it means. An Indian means a slave, I believe. I can actually get in my book, but it means runaway slave. All right. They identify us by those names, Mexican, black, all right, because it directly ties to the children of Israel. There ain't nobody else on the planet that they call those names, all right. They thought the word Indian, all right, Salaka. I know, man. It's all good. No, I mean, shit. Ain't nobody around. It's a lot of, we got a lot of snow, man. We've got like 13 inches, so you can see it everywhere. But I know, man. I come at this spot. It's like I'm not trying to break away from what I'm talking about, but I come to this spot only because hey, man, you know, you and the apostles get in a little quiet areas, and I like coming to the quiet area. It's popping, you know, when it's warm, but there's cities right here and everything. But yeah, I know. Anyways, Salaka, man, let me get back to what I was saying. But let me go again on Jeremiah 17:4. Let me get back to what I was saying on the topic. And thou, even thyself, shall discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not. Hey, well, that land is here, America. All right, the land of the north. And how do we know that the enemy is a so-called white man? I'm using this because, again, the lies that we were told, man, ultimately is what contributes to us losing our heritage. All right, we were mingling among the heathen, all right, but you still had a little bit of the Lord working to where you had certain of our people that retained the knowledge. You know, that was the whole thing between the Gentile and the Jew, all right. Because the Gentiles were the ones that ultimately, you know, they were Israelites, right? But they lost their integrity. They lost who they were as a people. They just went way the fuck off. And you had the Jews, which were Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. They retained the understanding, the commonwealth. That they knew who they were as a people. All right. And so, but you know, that didn't, you know, we didn't lose our heritage back then. We were still Israel. You know, like I'm just trying to make a note. So over the process of time, like I said earlier about after the dispersion and everything, we came over here in America. This is really where we inherited all those lies, man. Because now you're born into lies, man. You know, the elder Yashawama loves going into that topic, man. You know, we were raised up in the ways of America, all right? And the society of America, man, you're taught to be black. You know, you're taught to identify as Mexican, all right? These are lies, man. Because again, you're not a Mexican, you're not an Indian, all right? You're not a black man. You're a Hebrew Israelite. But even today, man, they make it sound demonic, or they have a bad vibration behind it. BHI, all right? BHI stands for Black Hebrew Israelite. It's not about color, all right? But the reason why they call it black is because you think, what do you think about when you hear the word, you know, black? Dark, all right? Darkness. All right, what do you hear when you think about white? Or what do you think about when you hear white? You know, light, bright, you know, it's a bright color. They make these negative vibrations behind it, man, but that's not what it's about. You come from the tribe or the nation of Israel, all right, the prince of the power. All right, you were meant to be glorified, man, and beautiful. But Esau, man, again, he keeps calling you black, he keeps calling you Hispanic, calling you Latino, all right? Coon, Garboon, all right? But you're not those people. You're not those things at all. You're a peculiar people, all right? But it says because thou shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not. We don't know this land. We came over here to flee from the enemy, all right? And then, you know, in the process of time, okay, you know, you had this so-called period of colonization. Esau knew we were over here. Esau knew this part. Esau knew this part of the world. Okay, in fact, we actually all did, but it's another topic, man. But you know, we serve our enemies in the land that we know not, because this is not our homeland. All right, that's that land that we know not, America. All right, it came, you know, where we started from Hispaniola, down in, you know, parts of South America, all the way up to Central America. You had when Christopher Colon, man, when he came over here, man, he was calling the Americas, well, no, he called North America the mainland. It wasn't until like 1507, I believe, something like that, until they called North America the land of the North, and that was through the Isthmus of Panama. All right, that part that connects North to South America together. All right, but Before that, it was just referred to as Americas. This is how we know that we're in a land of captivity. All right. This is how we know that we're serving our enemy, the so-called white man. Because when you go into Psalms 137, let me go and get it. It calls Esau the daughter of Babylon, right? Hold on, let me get it. Psalms 137. No. Let me get Zechariah first. Hold on. Or Zephaniah, Salakia. No, never mind. Zechariah 2 and 6, it says, Ho, ho, come forth and flee from the land of the north, saith the Lord. It says again, Ho, ho, come forth and flee from the land of the north, saith the Lord. For I have spread you abroad as the four winds of heaven, saith the Lord. Deliver thyself, O Zion, that dwellest with the daughter of Babylon. All right. Now you go into Psalms 137 and 7. It says, Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, race it, even to the foundation thereof, O daughter of Babylon. See, this is our enemy. These are the ones that we're dwelling with in the land of captivity, the land that we know not, to serve our enemies. The so-called white man is your enemy, man. All right. And so to say that, we were here to, play patty cake with our friend, like that, no, man, we're not here with our friend. This is our enemy's land. Okay. Esau, the so-called white man, is our enemies, and he'll do anything possible to make you not remember who you are as a person. All right. Which is why he continually perpetuates lies. All right. He had at any moment in time, man, Esau could stop what he's doing. He could tell you the truth, but he's not. All right. He wants to be us. He wants to keep the enterprise that he has right now. And he knows that the only way he's going to keep it is by continuing to lie to you. So, real quick. Shit. I'm going to have to take this up in like different segments, man. This shit is too damn cold. This is the definition, because I actually wanted to go into this earlier. Job 13:4, it says, But ye are forgers of lies. You are all physicians of no value. When you look at the word forge, all right, when you look at the word forge, it means to make or shape. No, that's not it. It says to create. Now, hold up. It says right here, it says to produce a copy or imitation of. All right, a document, signature, banknote, or work of art for the purpose of deception. All right, that's why Esau's always framing new laws, always creating new agendas. All right, because he's trying to find ways to keep you, in the matrix. He wants to keep your minds tied down, and he wants to keep you lulled to sleep. All right, because if you wake up, man, I know it's like in Psalms 80, the 82nd chapter, I believe. If you wake up, the Lord will come back. All right. If we all came back to the acknowledgement and a remembrance of who we are as a people, the Lord will come back right now. And that's what Esau wants to keep away from us. That's why there was so much, fire, when, the whole Kyrie Irving situation, because people were starting to see things. They were starting, huh? Did y'all see that glitch? And so that's why, Esau did what he did to Kyrie. That's why all these celebrities are, getting blasted on, because they're talking about things they shouldn't be talking about. And that's basically the truth. All right. They're spitting out little seeds of truth, and Esau is, catching on. And so that's why he's, again, he's offensive of our people, man, because if you find out even a little bit, man, it's a potential that you could wake up. You see, with us, man, from the elder, the apostles to the elders and on down. Yeah, it took a while for us to wake up, but there was that one thing, man, that eventually, it just woke us up, and that's what Esau's afraid of, man. A little can be too much to him. All right, all because he mentioned Hebrew to Negro. And look how much attention it got, you know? So that's why, you got, man, shit, all these distractions on us so that it can keep us lulled to sleep. I mean, you see it, man. If you look, man, how dead is the holiday now? Honestly, man, people ain't even really, celebrating so-called Christmas anymore, man. People are using it just so they can have a fucking day off and rest because everybody's getting exhausted. This world is dying, man. The people are dying, the creation is getting tired. And when that happens, again, the work, the keeping together of Esau's kingdom is going to wear out. See, that's why the scripture said, that the world was going to wear out the saints, but the whole condition of the world is being worn out as well, man. We've been combating this world, man, for a long time now. We've been revealing the hidden things of dishonesty. So like, man, I got real cold, but everything is coming together to where these lies that Esau has forged, that he's really had an effect with, they're being revealed now. And that's why people are getting tired of things. Their attitude and their mood, their emotions are not really into things anymore. Their energy is not really given to this place, And Esau sees that it's work. The thing that he feared the most is actually, bringing his kingdom down. That's why I mentioned earlier, that the liar shall have his part in the lake of fire, because the more that Esau sees the people, starting to wake up, all right, the more that he sees that his lies are not really having power, all right, to him, that's what's going to actually, provoke him to cause war. Because he's going to be like, what, fuck this, y'all ain't fucking listening, y'all ain't doing what we want you to do, you're not being a fucking slave, let's go. All right, well, hey, check it out, man. You have Joe Biden right now, man. He's really trying to work to take away, assault weapons from the people, but really, I can't remember what it's called, like double speak. He ended up slipping about, he tried to say it was ARs or whatever, or assault weapons, but he said semi-automatic weapons. So he slipped. All right, he's trying to take away all resistance or any thoughts of trying to resist, their agenda. And so, one comment that was made was that he said that, firearms was never made for the common people. All right. It was never meant for the common and middle class people to ever own firearms. All right. Because now you're on the same playing field as the ones that are up there above you. All right. So now you got this whole fight going on in the government or whatever, where they're trying to take away, assault weapons from us. And even at that, like, you look into that word assault weapons, it was intended specifically to sound that way to people who don't know shit. So when they hear that word, it automatically triggers, again, negative vibration. All right, man, Esau's a bitch, man. The way he sets things up, man. Like going back to, with us, BHI, Black Hebrew Israelites. Almost sounds like a guerrilla movement, man. Like we're just raising up to fight against the world. That's not what we're here to do. We're here to speak the truth, tell the truth. Like, hey, man, you're a piece of shit. You've been lying, man. You're lying to the people. Your goals and your intentions is to, kill anybody who does not agree with you being a hypocrite and a wicked ass person, a devil. And you demonize it to where that the truth, if anybody actually speaks the truth, they're the enemy. They're the criminal. And that's the fulfillment of Isaiah, the 59th chapter. All right. So you see how these things are adding up, that this is why we come out. I know I'm all over the place right now, man. It's so damn cold. I'm already decided I'm gonna come out here tomorrow as well, for the same amount of time to make, split it up. We're gonna be we're in the negatives this whole week. So, Salaki on that, man. I'm gonna have to bear that. But I know I'm a little bit all over the place because of it. The whole topic I was trying to talk about today, man, was that the whole reason why we discontinued from our heritage was because we ended up listening to the wicked man, all right, which was Esau, all right. And through his deception, he acquired the whole world, and he set himself up as the ruling, predominant force, all right. And then I was going to bring out, in Job, how it talked about, how that he had violently oppressed the poor and taken away, building a house, or taking a house which he built or not. Everything that the so-called white man did to obtain his power, man, was through violence, man. Was violence and deception. Leave it to an Edomite to totally taint and corrupt something that's beautiful. And we were the ultimate. Hey, going back to Lamentations, man, we were the perfection of beauty. You look at Esau, man, and when he goes to something nice, he's always doing some profane shit. He always doing some nasty, weird shit, man, to just make it look funny, Like man, a thing that's coming to my mind. I seen this video of these Edomites, man. They were fishing a big ass fish, and they took a beer and they poured the beer through the fish for this Edomite to drink. It's fucking disgusting. Why do you got to do that, man? Why do you have to fucking do that? Why? Don't step in the fucking concrete. Let it dry. But why you gotta step in it? Why you gotta put your fucking dick in it, or your ass cheeks print in it? That's Esau. Going back to that video, man, that the brother posted, man. Esau, they were making comments that it's weird that black men never masturbated together in a room. That's fucking gross. Why would you do that? Why do you need to do that, man? So taking that same behavior that he turned towards Israel, man, that was his ultimate, hey man, I'm pissing in the water, man, in public. That was his fucking, I don't even know how to say it. That was his way of, towards Israel, man. All the lies, all the deception. That was his way of making a mark in history, like, yeah, man, we fucked him up, bro. We did some crazy shit, man. And this is all, because, hey, well, we're in it. We're enemies, all right. But that's ultimately what I wanted to go into. Not paying us our wages, and now we know we have a right to this place. Really, we actually own more than half of America, man. The nation of Israel actually owns more than half of America. I think it's like 88% of America actually belongs to the nation of Israel. Yeah. Check it out, man. Look it up. The same system that they use to violently oppress and rob us proves that we own all of this. And now when we make a claim that we actually rightfully own America, they make us work for it. We got to work to provide for ourselves and survive, and then bust our ass to own even a little of what we got. It makes no sense. So, I don't know, man. Esau's a piece of shit. I want to talk more about him tomorrow, but I'm gonna actually cut it off early, man, because it's getting dark too already, and it's getting hella cold. You can see my shit. Damn, my shit is frozen. That's crazy. But I'm gonna go ahead and end it, man. And Lord willing, like I said, I'm gonna be out here tomorrow to work as well. All right, I'll come out here for an hour. Shit, I'll make it 3 days if I have to. 3 days I'll come out here. Cause yeah, man. But I'll do better tomorrow, Lord willing. I'm gonna go to end it, man. Want to give all glory, praise, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakodash. Hey, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and much love, honors and blessings, salutations to the elect of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Hey, Yahweh Bahashem Shai Barakatham, Kwame Sha'ala Shalom.